When starting an engagement with our clients, we often get the question, directly or indirectly, about what container orchestrator should we choose. Now, this is a fairly easy decision when you lay out the differences between them. So we have three types of orchestrators here: self-managed, semi-managed, and fully managed. So let's start with the first one, self-managed. In our opinion, it's a good solution when you want to have full control or are in an on-premise scenario. But on the cloud, this is something you absolutely want to avoid, especially if you don't have a dedicated team ready to manage this. We hear a lot of arguments why this is the best scenario to do it yourself, like vendor lock-in and full control, but let's face it, this time can better be used somewhere else instead, because if you want to do this right, it costs a lot of time and thus money. Also, if you look at how minimal this vendor lock-in is, this should not be something to be worried about, especially since these are only a few small parts that need to be changed in case you do decide to migrate somewhere else. That is why self-managed benefits don't outweigh the benefits of having a cloud provider taking care of it. Then we have semi-managed. Semi-managed is where some parts of the orchestrator are managed, but not all of them. You don't need to worry about everything, but there are still some loose ends. For example, the machine that runs the actual containerized workloads. The host OS is not managed and still needs some attention and updates. A good example of this is AWS Elastic Beanstalk. But as you can guess, this maintenance is way more feasible than the first option, as you only have to worry about the security updates and other updates of the machines running the containerized workloads. And then we have fully managed. As the name suggests, you don't need to worry about anything anymore. Some good examples of this are AWS ECS Fargate, Azure Container Instances, and Google Cloud Run. The host operating system and all the components involved are fully managed. This gives you a lot more control over the time spent on your infrastructure, and this time can then be used somewhere else, for example, to do some cost optimizations or raising your security benchmark. This is a fully hands-off approach, and it's our favorite way to deploy and run containers, whenever the use case allows it, of course. The developer pushes the code, the container gets built, and the cloud provider makes sure the container is running with sufficient resources at a predictable cost. Sounds easy, right? Well, it actually is, and you see a lot of organizations use this approach. The added value of managing machines yourself is slowly fading out. If you have questions about this or need some assistance, always feel free to reach out to us. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.